We're back. We're back for one more, Dan. And we've brought a friend this time.
Yes.
We've got a friend. Hang on, let's just move this because I've got a random line in the shot.
Now, audience, please do bear with us because Dan did not plan this well. And therefore,
I planned this with military precision, and now I'm upset that it doesn't work very well.
if I move like that, is that better?
Yeah, you're in the shot. You're in the shot. You don't need. You've got freedom either
You are
side.
good, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that was weird. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another one of these reviews, featuring, of course, none other than myself, Daniel Moore, and of course Tommy Larkins. And producer man Steve is here,
Hello.
not producing today.
No,
You got
I'm
to talk into the mic, you idiot. Okay, so let's begin our proceedings. Now we have not one, not two. Not even 3 reviews for you today. We've got 4.
4.
4. Okay, one's a duplicate. But
Yeah,
still,
yeah. One's more of an extension, really.
it's 200% at the very least more reviews than normal.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
So you're getting all that extra. And of course,
You do the math.
You get to see the results of our trips to the various sex shops in town to what we've gifted
Not
each
Smash
other.
Bros.
Yes.
Whatever you've gifted me, you two.
I'm very
I hate
interested
the
in
pair
seeing.
Thanks, Dan.
I swear to God, if you've got me the SpongeBob movie on Blu-ray, I will kill you. Have you signed your own death warrant?
If it existed, why would I give it out?
That's true. One and done. You just buy it for yourself. Stick at it. I get that.
Although the worst SpongeBob films to follow are available on Blu-ray, and they're shocking.
I imagine they are.
So,
Anyway, 'tis the
in
season.
my effort to get rid of anyway, 'tis the season. Now this time we're going to start things a little differently because Tommy ain't going to read to you today.
Sorry, guys.
We've recently found out that he can't read.
That's true.
Um,
It's a work in progress.
sorry, Tommy. So we're starting this in date order.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Don't look so worried, Tommy. So I can read.
Yes, but you just can't talk.
Moving on. So.
But he's got eyeglasses.
Shut up. So this is Tommy's review from yesteryear.
Yes. This is one from the. Oh, you
And
got it there.
it's a bit
Oh,
it's a bit
Oh,
lengthy. What do I need your little screen for? I've got a big one right here.
That's true. That's true.
I've got a big one.
Yes. Yeah. So, faithful audience, feel free to listen to my review on A Muppet's Christmas Carol
From my perspective.
from Dan's perspective.
No, not from my perspective, but I'm going to read it to you.
Yes.
So this is Tommy. My all-time favourite Christmas movie, considering it is an adaptation of one of Britain's, you missed an apostrophe, greatest authors in history.
Is this what we're going to deal with?
Charles Dickens. Yes, it is.
Oh, God.
It really does captivate a true spirit of Christmas through its story, and the fact that it has the Muppets in it does not dilute any quality in the slightest. A Christmas Carol is arguably the greatest Christmas story ever written, and growing up, I never had an adaptation of it to watch other than this one. See, I can't read.
This guy? Really?
Yeah.
I'm new at this, guys.
We apologise, viewers.
Which proves a lot for it, as it still managed to convey the themes of its original premise with great care. So far, sounds so good.
70% good. Just, pick up. Yeah.
Hey!
Pick up that quality.
I've got time to pick that quality up.
You're doing your charm.
Michael Caine stars as Ebenezer Scrooge and does a terrific job of being frightening with an angry or sympathetic when he begins to change his ways. You can almost spot the very moment he changes his ways as well, can't you, Tommy?
I think of it more as a gradual change, really.
But you can still, if you look closely, you can see how he portrays that in his acting. That's very, very hard to do.
I always think, when he meets the ghost of Christmas Present, he's changed, but there's every chance that he could change back. So, which is why
he can rebound.
Which is why the Ghost of Christmas Future still has to happen, because it needs to cement just the importance of, if he changes, it needs to be for good and for the better.
Yeah, it's a bit like advertising. If you don't do this, this is what could happen. It's very good. Very good. Love Michael Caine. So, Caine only agreed to do the movie on the condition that he, and I quote, play the part as human and treat all the Muppet characters as human, end quote, which shows he wanted to do a serious performance and not just wink to the audience kind of performance.
Yeah.
And do you know, it shouldn't work but it works so well.
I think with a lesser actor, it wouldn't have worked. But
No.
because it's Michael
No.
Caine,
Yeah.
exactly.
it works.
It does work.
Yeah.
Jim Henson and his workshop deliver a puppet show treat for us all as well. I have yet to see another Muppet movie, but the production value on this one really delivers and really sets an organic atmosphere of 19th century London. At its heart, though, this film and the original novel conveys a great opposing themes throughout. Greed and generosity, anger and love,
Yep.
wealth and poverty, selfishness and selflessness.
Yep.
The list goes on, and trust me, we're unpacking it tonight.
Oh, yes.
To close, great phrase, but it's not really to close. It's not really
No,
a closure.
this is just a temporary close.
This is a temporary close, like McDonald's on Christmas Day. The reason I pinpoint this film as my
That's my
favourite
favourite.
Christmas
For
film
sins.
is because it's the perfect film to watch on Christmas Eve tomorrow. The night before all of the commencing celebrations that come with the upcoming day. It reminds you of the generosity you can give to others, not just with money, but with your heart, and how there are people in your life who may need that right about now. In my opinion, or Tommy's opinion, out of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day, Christmas Eve is the only day to watch Christmassy movies, as beyond that, you're spending your days with your family. You should play games or watch the family movies instead. I would argue you could watch this as a family.
No, yeah, I agree, and I just think it impacts you the most if you watch it on Christmas Eve. But I would like to add before you read out this final part that this is just a reminder that I wrote this review December 2020. So this was right in the thick of the lockdown when families couldn't see each other, and this is why I capped off this certain review this way.
Yeah, we're going to read it as it's written. No matter how little a family gathering you have this year, being 2020, at Christmas, just remember how much your family means to you, and going into 2021, you will have many more opportunities to celebrate with them. Oh, Tommy, that's lovely.
Wow.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay festive. Christmas tree emoji.
Yeah, and that was the end of my first review.
How bad was I?
I would rate you 80% good on that.
How many stars would you rate me?
I would I'd rate 4 out of 5.
What about you?
I'll agree as well. 4.
Now we find out. Let's see how.
Well, of course, I need to read
Will
your...
do.
It's mandatory with these. I need to give your star rating
Yes.
on this film. It's a 5!
Of course, it's a 5.
But of course, whenever you re-review...
Sometimes
you
the reviews change.
You do re-rate, so we'll be getting to that in just a bit. Now, have you loaded up what I've told you to load up?
Yours. Yeah, I can get
Let's
that.
say that out loud, but okay. Yes, it's true, guys. I have gone onto Letterboxd and I've written something.
Oh boy.
So I don't only read, I can write.
Yes.
I passed year 1 English.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Mrs. K will be proud.
Shut up. Okay.
Shout out.
Shout.
Hashtag old. Right, okay.
Yeah,
So,
hashtag.
you ready?
So I'm next, am I?
And this is your first time actually hearing this review as well. So I'm looking forward to your opinion on my review writing as well. So I'm being judged in more ways than one here.
So yes, just
Take
in
it
case
away.
you've just tuned in, I will be reading Dan's review for The Muppets Christmas Carol. So, well, here goes. The long-awaited and most anticipated review ever. So, my friends have tried to get me into cinema for years now. All unsuccessful. Sorry, the one word I could get wrong, and it was unsuccessful, ironically. So, all unsuccessful until my friend, this guy right here,
That's you.
yep, Larkins95, said that if they show this film in the cinema, you're coming. And I agreed, and alas, my local cinema answered his prayer. So myself, Tommy, and producer man Steve set out. The cinema knew my preferences. For once, bums were in seats.
No, once bums were in seats.
For once, bums were on seats. Bums in seat. Either way, they're
Bums did something.
Yeah. They were on or in the seats. The film started. No previews. Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's true.
That is true. Okay, so this classic. This is so you. How you've written this, by the way. For me, it was a joy to share with producer Steve, who has never seen this before.
I have not.
I did enjoy the film's laughs but being enjoyed around the cinema as well, with highlighted moments which I would like to point out are easy to miss, such as Beaker flipping off Scrooge, Rizzo the
That
rat
really
cleaning the window, and the bookkeepers enjoying a sudden heat wave. This is my island in the sun.
Yeah, that's it.
It's all moments that make this version of Charles Dickens' classic stand out from the rest. My only gripe with the film was resolved on the walk back to the car afterwards, was it?
You remember this, Tommy?
I noticed the first ghost comes at 1 a.m, the second at 2 p.m, and that ends at the stroke of midnight. But how? And Larkin's 95 doesn't miss a beat, does he? He tells me the Ghost of Christmas Present needs to rewind a bit. Otherwise, Scrooge would be creeping around people's bedrooms because it's night time, everyone is asleep. Leave those antics for SpongeBob Series 1, if you please.
He gets it, the reference straight away.
You couldn't resist, could you?
Oh, it had to be done. It had to be done. You need to know it's authentic.
So,
It
to
is-
close on that, Dan,
It's so you.
to close on what you've put, a classic tale and a top quality casting and narration. A comfort zone smash. Easy peasy 5. 5-star rating, and boing, I give you a like as well for that.
So,
Let
in
me go
terms
do
of
the same.
in terms of my review writing, because
Yes.
I'm new at this.
Yeah.
How was that for a first time?
Well, you did spell Scrooge wrong, but I'll let it pass.
Oh, yes, he did.
But yeah. I mean, overall, I think you've got potential, Dan. You really need to do this more often. I really like reading your reviews when you talk about films that you like, because a lot of the time I read about films that you don't like, and
Yeah,
You're
especially,
the opposite.
especially with films that you like that we like as well, which is quite a rarity.
yes,
It's very rare, and it's very rare that we've been in a situation where I've seen a film that Steve hasn't seen.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So
Yeah.
obviously there are a few other films that Steve would never see that I've seen.
That is something that
Uh,
makes it so special as
yeah,
well.
absolutely. No,
Oh, yeah.
this I'm looking forward to. The highlight to highlight all highlights.
Yes.
Is it though?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to know this man's opinion.
Yeah, let's hear what producer man Steve has up his sleeve for
Hey!
for this review.
Sorry, Steve.
For someone who loves puns, I approve.
Yes.
I approve.
Let's do this.
Yeah, so
Tell us, Steve, what did you make of A Muppet's Christmas Carol?
it was alright. Yeah. Now I'll get into it. So producer man Steve, if you want to check out more of my reviews, because I'm sure Dan and especially Tommy will get into. I like looking to everything when it comes to watching movies. I look into every little detail. So you can probably see on Dan's screen is that it's quite long. I won't read every single word of it. I'll mix up a bit. But if you want to check out the full review, go on Letterboxd, go on Steve Taylor 125 for that. So I started a review saying Jim Henson will be proud of this because this film is directed by his son Brian. So
I did not know that.
yeah.
Yeah. Jim Henson was dead at this point, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
Which
you elaborate on.
I'll
Yeah,
elaborate
sorry.
in my review. No, it's absolutely fine. Shut up. it's my only time to shine. Leave me alone. As my first time watching a Muppets movie, I had the honour to watch this in the cinema by two of my mates who are huge fans. Look at you two here, so you two did help me with that, and wanted me to experience, especially on the big screen. And like I said, I've never seen it until now. And yeah, I walked out of there and thinking this is a wonderful little film, and it certainly put a smile on my face. The Muppet Christmas Carol is very charming, creative, and delightful that not only greatly captured the meaning of Christmas, but also stayed true in honouring the legacy of Charles Dickens' story. That's the bit always kind of made me surprised. It's like, even though it's just full-on Muppets, puppets and everything, it still stay true to the story. That's what I really appreciate.
Very true.
So the first Muppet movie produced after the death of Jim Henson, because he died 2 years after this movie came out, 1990. And there's actually a great documentary about him came out this year called Jim Henson at Idea Man on Disney Plus. Highly recommend.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
actually-
I
okay.
recall you telling me about that actually. Yeah.
It's actually really good stuff. And one of the Muppets puppeteers as well, called Richard Hunt, who died as well. This dedicated to those two by celebrating the love and joy for Christmas and capturing Charles Dickens' great sense of craftsmanship by making the adaptation the most enjoyable and imaginative way possible. So, as mentioned, the guy Brian Henson in his first directed movie, certainly did an excellent job. That even Michael came behind the scene. Even he was impressed with Brian's movie. The fact that this is his first time making it is like, I really impress you. So with Brian Henson, he perfectly balanced the world of the Muppets and the world of Dickens' 1843 story, because that came out almost 200 years ago.
Yeah, it's an old story.
Very,
which
very.
is
It's a classic.
Crazy. So it captured the once cold bleakness of both the Victorian setting and Scrooge himself, reflecting the important themes, as we've gone through before with Tommy's review back at 2020. For me, I saw the themes of greed, lack of empathy, and the effects of those around you, which all brilliantly told through Scrooge's perspective. Seeing all these wonderful Muppet, Kermit, Great Gonzo, and the rest of the Muppets portraying the story's characters, even Dickens himself, was both funny and highly entertaining. Each captured their own personality and their roles, which I have to give major credit to the puppeteer and the practical use of the puppets and the production design. They're all excellent, made great use of his budget. I think the budget's only like under $20 million or something like that. Because this is my first Muppet movie, I saw watching. It's like that's really good at how they stitched it together. So like there could be like 1 to 10. There's loads of Muppets and puppets, and it's really good stuff.
They're everywhere.
Really
One
everywhere.
particular shot I loved was the bit when Kermit was walking along with Tiny Tim, and they were singing.
Oh yes, yeah.
That was done on like a rotating floor, like that, and they were all puppeting him as they were moving. If you look at that shot closely, you can see the ground is moving, and it's not them.
Isn't that the first Muppet movie where they had to actually give Kermit legs?
Yeah, but it's not the first time in the film because he does the ice skating when
No,
he's singing.
what I mean is the film itself is the first time they've given him legs.
Very likely. I'm no Muppets expert.
I read
unfortunately,
that. I read
but
that the other week.
That's a good bit of trivia.
Yeah. So that's good stuff. So despite being surrounded by Muppets, Michael Caine, as we touched upon, being a legend as always, managed to steal the whole movie as Scrooge, whose dramatic performance and delivering strong emotions and embraced Scrooge's once dark and miserable life, made him absolute joy to watch, and up there is one of the most beloved and cherished portrayals of Scrooge. I think we can all agree.
Yeah,
As we touched
100%.
As we touched upon, like he took it so seriously, and that's what made it work so well.
Definitely.
That
Yeah.
he could have like had a cheeky wink break the fourth wall, but he didn't. He committed to it because he's a legend.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
love him for that.
He's just that good.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as going back to the stories, even despite being full of Muppets and funny gags, the movie managed to stay faithful to Dickens' vision and know when to be mature for the most part, particularly when Scrooge meets the ghosts of the Christmas past, present, and future that see the sadness and regrets of Scrooge's life. My favourite part of the three being the future that was dark and executed brilliantly. And as I said, like even just the whole thing, like the Muppets are out, just see this really massive future, the Christmas future, just point, not say anything, and that's kind of bone chilling, really.
That's your best role in a film so far, Steve. I have to say.
Cheers, mate.
Anytime.
Out of all of us, which one would be which ghost? I mean, like clearly, so like, I'm guessing you're the ghost of Christmas past because you're the youngest looking.
I'm the youngest, shortest, and I've got ginger hair.
Yes, yeah,
And
clearly.
you like gingers as well.
And you look like a poached egg, just like the ghost of Christmas past.
Yeah.
And then I'm all fat and jolly, and like always happy.
You had me at fat.
Yes.
Yeah, and there you go.
And then you're the ghoul.
I'm just deaf.
He scares me.
So with all the musical numbers, because we always forget it is a musical, the only one that really stood out for me is surprisingly not sung by a Muppet, but it's from Scrooge's past lover. Was it Belle?
Yeah,
Belle,
yeah.
that's it. When she sang the song "When Love Is Gone," which I thought was powerful and moving, especially with the lyrics and Michael Caine's performance, especially like towards the end, you see like really about to cry. I thought that's really moving. And yet, ironically, that's the one song Disney did cut out back then in 1992.
I was
They
going to
did.
say the version that I've watched.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
to me that was the first time I saw Belle singing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen that scene, and I sat there thinking, "Hang on a minute, this isn't normally here."
Yeah.
But then when no one said a word, I just thought maybe it's me sleeping through things again.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I totally agree. That wasn't in the VHS that I had.
It wasn't,
when I
was
little.
it?
No.
And
But
yeah,
that's
it
the
was
only
something.
version I've ever seen.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But I am glad that
They
I
put it
got
back in.
I got to see it.
Yeah.
And it
Because I didn't know they cut it. I didn't know.
It actually bookends the movie because the final song that Michael Caine sings at the end of the film when he's sat down and he's good now. He's sat with all of them. They're about to eat turkey for Christmas dinner. He sings "The Love We Found," and that just shows, like when love is gone and when love is found, and it shows it's a lyrical telling of the film of the plot of the film.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you actually mentioned that, Steve, that it was cut out from the film because
Yeah.
I thought I was going mad.
No, you're completely right. They cut it back at 1992 because I think some Disney executive.
They thought that kids would be bored with it.
Either that or the
To
thing,
be fair,
or
there
might
were
be
some
upset.
kids behind me that were a bit bored at that point.
Yeah, but they just like when you're a
They're
kid,
stupid.
you
In
don't.
the first half, they went to the toilet unsupervised, which I thought was out of order. And then through the second half, they're crying and they're like, "Shut up!"
When you're a kid, though, like you don't pay attention to the themes.
You don't
and
realize
emotion.
you're watching a masterpiece, do you? When you're
No, yeah. Well, yeah,
Oh,
like
no, yeah.
even with any film, like there are films that I've watched growing up that I didn't get as a kid. I found boring, but they're actually like, for example, Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back was never my favorite when I was a kid, but I grew up and now it's my favorite.
Yeah,
You know, and there's countless movies out there like that where you just don't pay attention to the thematic points that it's trying to make when you're too young to understand them.
Yeah, very true. Sorry, Steve.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we're-
now this is the part I think you guys won't like. So this is me getting to the part I wasn't big on. So embrace. I especially see your face, Daniel. So speaking of musicals, as much as they were fun and charm and keeping true to the Muppets energy, the music scored by Miles Goodman and Paul Williams' song didn't really make that much an impression on me in terms of how impactful they were. But most of them all kind of sound samey to me. Again, except for that one song "When Love Is Gone" because I thought it really stood out. But maybe I was expecting much more. I think being that's my first Muppet movie, I thought, oh, maybe the song could be like as good as like Rainbow Connection. But it was like, it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
So I listened to it. It's okay. But again, they're still good, but it just wasn't my taste. And lastly, the inclusion of the great Gonzel as Dickens and Rizzo the Rat as his co-narrator is really good and really funny. But I will admit and say they did have too much screen time, especially for a movie that's under 90 minutes. Which can sometimes be distracted from Scrooge's story or some of the more mature moments when they have to do something silly. Because sometimes you watch it from Scrooge's story, and sometimes they'll just come out and do something silly, which is still funny. But I think they've got too much of a screen time. I think if they dial it down, I might enjoy the story a bit more better. Now, to close.
Yay!
I put it on deliberately for this.
Yeah, so did I.
To close, I would like to say thank you to two of my mates, Daniel and Tommy, who brought me to see the Muppet Christmas Carol to the cinema. As I did have a great time, made me happy, especially after a rough week I had. As it is just humble, wonderful, and full of imagination that'll leave me with one question: why have I not seen this much sooner in my life?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
now will be open to check out more of the Muppets filmography and check out some of the other grades. It will be a lot of fun and different. And with that, I've given the movie again. This is my first ever time watching it, so it could always change upon rewatch. But at the moment, I've given it 4 stars.
Okay, it's a strong start, but you called this and
I'd
said he
called
wouldn't,
this.
he wouldn't go, but he wouldn't go.
I called
He
it.
wouldn't go higher than it.
Yeah.
Now I always ask when 5s are not rewarded, what has lost that 1 star for you? I think I know the answer because it's there.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, so
It's just the musical.
it's
score
just the musical
side of
numbers,
thing.
and sometimes because it's a short movie, sometimes Great Gonzalo and Rizzo, like they're great and funny. It hasn't really stand a moment with the white windows wiping bit, but sometimes
Thank you for making me a part of this.
But you see, I actually think that
Oh, I forgot about that.
classic line. In my opinion, I don't think they've got enough screen time.
I just thought that bit sort of too. I think because the story's like mature for both children and adults. Really, sometimes you be so invested in it, and sometimes just appear on screen, do something silly, and think, "Go away, I want to listen to Scrooge."
It is a balancing act. You got to balance the
But I understand
comedic
why,
with
yeah.
the comedic with the pathos. And
I think he'll probably go up to the very least a 4.5 on a rewatch.
You reckon?
I think a couple
Yeah,
of
mate,
rewatches
yeah.
you might go up half a star.
Mhm.
To go up a whole star is quite.
watch it again next Christmas. Just
yeah,
to
it could be next
yeah,
Christmas.
yeah,
movie,
yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good one. We don't have to watch it in the cinema. But
That's
yeah,
right, yeah.
it was
Still a
good
mission
film.
accomplished, Dan. I mean, we still, we got him to
Yeah.
watch it, and
Now,
a 4 rating means he did still enjoy it.
yes, absolutely. Well, I'm happy with that. So overall, that's a rating of 14 stars in this room tonight, which is pretty good going.
Yes, yes.
Sure.
There are a few gripes.
Technically, well, I mean, we've got another little review to whiz through, don't we?
We have. I just want to, before we go any further, obviously you said you were joking with me about how critical I'm going to be at the cinema. There were a few technical critiques I have of the cinema. First of all, they've clearly upscaled it.
Mhm.
You didn't have to do that. You don't doctor it. You could have shown it in its original form.
Right.
But they've upscaled it to HD, which to me adds a bit of white noise to the screen, especially on an image that big.
Okay.
Second of all, they didn't make full use of the surround sound system,
Okay.
and the bass was a tad too high. Some of the vocal points were a bit bassy in sound.
Okay.
Apart from that, it was all good. See, I'm normally, when I'm sat there watching a film, I'm tweaking the sound.
Yeah, yeah. But
I can't do that.
you're an anxious person in places like the cinema as is, aren't you? So
Yeah, I
so
am.
but
I am.
but that part of the experience wasn't as bad as...
We got halfway through the film, and I'm like, did I lock the car?
See? Yeah.
But that is the way. Then I remembered I left it next to KFC, so the thieves are just going to go in there, aren't they?
Yeah, of course.
But that was just where I was on that. So
No, that's good. I mean, so overall, it was a really, really positive experience, wasn't it?
So I'm going to read your latest review.
Yes, what I wrote on the evening, well, the day after the evening that us three went to go watch it last week.
Absolutely. So, Tommy says, the Muppets are only partially the reason why this film is so charming, as Charles Dickens' wonderful story is what really captivates you and leaves an impression. Michael Caine cooks a
Michael Caine cooks. Like that's how I'm just describing his performance. He cooks.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
you know the phrase.
Did you go into Screen 9 and watch Gordon Ramsay? Like, what's going on?
No, it's like, no, let him cook. You know, like you've seen that meme, haven't you? You know, like, and that's how it is. So like, what if any living soul sees Michael Caine in this film, whatever he's doing, they're just like, nah, let him do it.
A side note: Ramsay in a movie would be brilliant.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Where's the lamb sauce?
That's literally going to be the name of the film. Where's the lamb sauce? I'll go watch it now. So yeah, Michael Caine cooks so spectacularly as Scrooge. Is that how you intended it?
Yes. Yeah.
Beaker is now one.
He's not one of.
He is now my favourite Muppet. He may make me laugh with everything he says. Which is hilarious considering what he says in terms of vocabulary. Exactly that. He makes me laugh with everything, but he's also involved in the most pivotal and kind gesture to Scrooge, which caps off this gem of a film perfectly.
When you think about it, like, yeah, it really is the most touching moment for me in the film, is when Beaker gives Scrooge his scarf.
That's true.
Would you mind just saying that sentence again, but as Beaker? I agree, it's very touching. Very, very touching. A festive joy to see on the big screen from beginning to end. Is this your first time seeing it on the big screen?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. We got to share that one together, boys. Yeah. A festive joy to see on the big screen from beginning to end. I've just read that one. Merry Christmas, everyone. Christmas tree emoji. Another 5 stars.
Yes. Yep. My opinion of it hasn't changed.
That is 19 stars in this room.
Yes, 19 stars between 3 of us. How good is that?
You've made my maths harder, you have.
It's like I'm a celebrity troll. You've got 19s out of 20.
So, you've got 19 stars. What are you gonna do with those? That's right. What are you gonna do with those stars that you just bought?
It's a Andak impression.
That is good.
That's my impression.
That is good.
So, the phone lines are now open. What are you gonna do? That's right. The phone lines are now open.
Sadly, the phone lines don't open anymore. They've got rid of them.
Yeah, I imagine they have.
That's such a shame. But anyway, am I the only one out of us who still watches that?
Yeah, I didn't watch it this year. This year was the first year that I didn't watch it.
This year was a good one, actually.
Was it?
Well, it had my friend on it, didn't it?
Course.
You don't know who, do you?
Yes.
Harry Hill.
No. No, so I've got his phone number in my phone and everything. I called him on his last Kiss breakfast show.
Who was it?
Melvin O'Doom.
Oh, Melvin. Melvin's cool.
He's a lovely man.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not digress and let's not disappear, because our duties here are not yet through with our 19 stars, which means everyone in camp's going to eat tonight. We instead have
How long have they been Irish?
So when you get to that side of the country, I'm gone. So we do have some things to do. So first of all,
presents.
They're for me. I'm having them. You forgot about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right, let's see. Have you got each other?
Well, yeah, we've already opened them. We opened them at the cinema in the car before we met you, because I didn't know for definite that Steve was going to be making it tonight.
That's true.
Okay.
And now
But he's here now.
I am here.
I got him a TV T-shirt with Johnny Bravo on it.
He did.
Nice.
I got my vinyl.
I already knew that.
Yes.
For you guys.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much.
Oh, what lovely wrapping paper.
That is so you.
Put it in the camera. Show the camera. Let the camera see that.
It's SpongeBob.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. Now, I feel bad because I've got more than you guys. I've got the most because I love you the most. Yeah.
Of course.
So,
I think because it's your house, Dan, I think you should go first.
That's true.
Well, you guys have put labels on yours. I haven't because I lost them.
No,
So-
can you read out what I put on your label?
Okay, so dear Dan, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the two presents inside. Thank you, Tommy.
Uh-huh.
Very well written.
Yes.
We shall now open them on the air, live.
Where to
So
begin?
I get nervous opening your presents in front of family in case it's a dildo, and of opening it here on YouTube, and I still have the same
Don't
risk.
worry. Yeah, I'm gonna get you that for your
Trust
30th.
me, it's not you I'm worried about. Oh, no! No! You can't! You can't! You can't! Here we go. Ooh, remember that. Let's put it on the camera so the camera can see. Oh, listen to that.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that sounds nice.
That's great for a sound effect, isn't
It
it?
does,
Oh,
doesn't
that's
it?
AMSR.
Listen.
AMSR.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I'm going to do that
That's
later.
good.
Here we go.
Woo!
Yes! We're sticking on theme here.
Yes.
It's Shrek, which is, by the way, on ITV1 tomorrow afternoon.
Yes.
No, it's not BBC One. I do apologise. On BBC One tomorrow afternoon.
Is there-
Oh,
And there you
donkey!
go. It's Shrek.
And also, is that one of Donkey's children with him? No, it's the balloon, isn't it? It's the balloon. It's the frog balloon.
It's the frog balloon.
Yes.
From the first movie. Well, thank you, Tommy.
Was there anything else in that wrapping? Because there should have been a key ring of some sort. Don't want you to throw that away. Did it fall on the floor?
Yes, it did. Unless I've always had that on my floor. Two.
Ew. I thought, what speaks to Dan Moore?
That is the most Dan thing ever. Oh, it looks like he's having a disco there because obviously his face is being wiped out by the green screen. Oh, I love it.
What sums up Dan Moore more than
Two
than Shrek and Toy Story?
Literally, you've just given me the gift of two green men.
Yes,
It's
yes.
like you're giving me a hint of some kind.
I know.
And I'm here for it,
Yeah.
funnily enough. I love that.
I'm going with the theme.
We are going
You
with
are
a theme
Grinch.
here. We are going with a theme. And
Yes.
The best part of these wrap and paper offcuts is that you get to throw them at the person that gave it to you. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic.
Gratitude.
Now I've got two more from Stephen.
Oh, yes.
Now you've wrapped them individually here, Steve.
Yes. Because I got them at a different time.
Look at how proud of
To be honest,
himself he looks.
I've actually forgot. You told me, but I've forgotten what you've
Which
got.
one do you want me to go for first?
Go for the one, your right hand.
This one.
Yes.
Hoo-hoo.
Ah! You get to throw the SpongeBob at me later. You wait your turn.
Yeah. Hey, SpongeBob.
Mimi moo. So he's just better at impressions than you. I'm so sorry.
True. She's
Well,
Gollum.
no, not my Gollum. I hate my Gollum.
Your Gollum's perfect.
Ah!
Are
He
they
knew I'd love it.
some
He
Disney
knew.
classics?
There you go.
Are they?
They are. They
They
are. The Little Mermaid.
Very good.
Do you know, I watched that for the first time when I first got my sofa.
Oh, nice.
And I was on my own just watching The Little Mermaid. I'm just like, I'm so cool with this. It was a great film.
I was terrified of it when I was
So
little.
that is a great selection from you, Steve. I'm very happy
That
with
is a
that.
classic.
And of course, speaking of classics, The Lion King. And
Simba.
I must point out, I
Simba.
must point out for legal reasons, this is the good version. So yes, thank you so much for that. This one has been given an award for the best DVD menu of all time, which I think it's got a contender with Shrek on that. But
That's a good one. That
Oh,
is a
yes.
good one.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, no worries.
Now we're on to this one. Now this one feels like I might have to insert it upon my person. So let's see what it is. Hopefully I don't have to do that, because then we need to come off of YouTube and onto one of the other sites. But don't smile at me like that. It's making me nervous.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
Are you just paying me back because I keep feeding you
Yes.
these? I keep feeding
Yes.
you these.
That's actually the
Okay.
reason why.
You don't need to feel bad. I give them to you.
Oh.
Some Smarties.
Smarties.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll throw them at you for stealing them in the first place. But thank you, Stephen. It's candy.
Whoa! Wow.
Now,
Now.
this one is down to a coin flip. Where's the coin that was here earlier?
I think Tommy
it's
should.
there.
I think Tommy should go first.
You want Tommy to go
Yeah,
first?
Really?
Because you open his present, then my present next, and then Tommy's present.
Well, it landed. I'll tell you what it landed on. Pick heads or tails.
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 Your tails, your heads. It landed on tails.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Tommy's first.
Wow.
Go on, Tommy.
Oh boy, I don't want to ruin this wrapping paper,
do rip
Dad.
it. Do rip it next to the. Oh, I've got loads. Don't trust me. Nickelodeon and me are like that.
Now that doesn't surprise me. Right, let's.
You don't want to jinx it.
Oh.
That's a great film.
I
Hey, you've got an orange mouth. Nickelodeon.
Where's the gunge?
no comment.
Now, this was very hard to get hold of, I have to say.
No, I haven't even seen it yet. Wow! Oh my
There
god!
you go.
What the hell, man?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's so cool!
I'll tell you what, very hard to get hold of because it's part of a collectible.
Oh my god! Minifigures. I mean, so what? Do we not know which ones are in here?
I know what's in there,
You know which ones are in there.
Hmm.
Can I open it now to find out?
if you want to. It's the one I bought, so...
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, then there's only a.
I kind of guess what it might
Yeah, I
be.
think we
it's
can all
obvious,
guess.
isn't it? It's obvious.
Let's find out. Come on, wrong one.
Beaker. Yes. Yeah.
Obviously, you've
oh.
got to assemble him yourself.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can manage, but
I think you should do it now.
I'll do it
because
now,
you-
well,
because otherwise
yeah.
you don't want to lose any pieces.
Yeah.
While,
Oh.
while you're doing that, Tommy, we are going to shift our focus over to Stephen.
please do.
Now, Stephen, do you have any idea what is in there?
It feels like a case, like a DVD case.
Any idea what the DVD is?
The last thing you got me a DVD case was Egbert.
Oh, the video game.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
technically it's a PC game, but it feels like a case, like the Egbert one. So no, I have no idea.
Well, put yourself out of your own misery, Stephen.
I will. If I do open it, you've got. There we go. I was trying to get the tape. There we go. Get the sex tape. out.
I'm just watching him assemble Beaker. No, he's done it. He's done it.
Ah, there you go.
In front of the camera's there. Camera's there.
Oh dear.
Uh, now,
What could it be?
oh for fuck's sake,
What is it? What is it?
this come fly with me.
Yes!
Of course it is. It's Come Fly With Me.
So that's why you didn't want to take the wrapping off.
Oh, what?
Now, that's Mr. Stephen, is a classic, and I think you're going to love it. You're going to thoroughly enjoy it.
I like it in another language as well.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to learn Spanish first, but then you're going to love it.
That's why the wrapping. That's why the.
Yeah, we had to remove the
Yeah.
plastic film to make sure that you could understand it.
But as soon as you put it on, it does play in English straight
Yeah,
away.
of course. Yeah.
You have to go into the subtitles first to turn them off, because
Brilliant.
you've got Spanish subtitles by default.
Yeah.
It's English audio, you'll be
Yeah.
fine with it.
I
I'll tell you what, you're going to...
It is so
Yeah,
funny.
You're going to absolutely love that, Steve.
There's a Spanish rhyme of Come Fly With Me.
You're going to absolutely love it. I'll tell you what, that too was hard to get hold of. So I've gone out and got you to some very hard to get hold of things.
Very, very
So-
Well, thank you very
worthwhile.
much, appreciate
Thank you. Yeah. I cannot wait to put this little guy on my shelf.
Now, do not forget, I've also got some more surprises for you too.
Yes. Even more.
Oh, yes. So, of course, you know that you love your movies. Both of you do. And you quite enjoyed having Lord of the Rings here and SpongeBob movie here in 2024. And it may not have escaped your attention, but 2025 is coming.
Does this mean we can have
Like
more
me.
movie days?
Exactly what it means.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Ooh.
So that more of them are on the horizon.
Yes.
And of course, you know, snacks, popcorn, drinks, that sort
Yes.
of jazz.
Okay.
And,
And,
of course,
let's be honest, you're more comfortable watching movies in your own home.
oh, of course I am, because the
Yeah.
sound's right.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything's tweaked
Yeah,
to
that's the
perfection.
excuse.
I cannot wait to think of find more
Well,
animated films to show you.
I've now got a few. I've now got the 4K package, so I've now got a few 4K things we can watch.
I love
But I know that you haven't watched National Treasure yet, have you?
No. But I think we
That's
in
gotta be our
return
next one.
in
It's gotta be.
return we very much would like to show you The Mummy with your friend in it.
That would be great.
It's
There
so
you
much
go.
Oh
fun.
yeah.
There
Because
you
they
go.
kind of go hand in hand, those two,
That's
don't
true,
they?
actually. Yeah.
The Mummy and National Treasure are very similar.
So we can get a few movie days in the calendar for 2025. So there you go.
Cannot wait.
And that
Nice one.
ends our Christmas special. Now, this time and this time only, I've actually put his name at the bottom of the graphics as well. So
Good.
You have to point down as well now. So, of course, you can like, comment,
Yeah.
and subscribe here on YouTube to see what we get up to in 2025. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell. We're just friends that love movies. Well, they are anyway. I'm still friends with them though. That's all here on YouTube. Of course, our reviews, like we've been reading tonight, are all on Letterboxd, and they're on our handles below, to which Tommy will now read to you.
Yes. So Larkins95
And Steve Taylor 125.
and Dan Moore Radio.
There you go.
Yeah.
You need to get him to say it for you. You don't need to say it yourself.
Well, I'll
That's
say it
what
anyway
it
because
is.
it's my only appearance, okay?
Yeah, it's a one-off
Fair
appearance.
Enough, fair enough. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed. That's it for 2024.
And what a way to cap off.
We are
Absolutely.
done. We are done. Enjoy the Christmas break, fellas. And of course, enjoy you viewers at home as well. And we will see you on the first Monday night in 2025.
And we wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Where's my Christmas hat?
You don't get one.
Aww.
Aw.